Canva just released Magic Layers. Let's test it against Magic Grab and see what happens. First up, Magic Layers. I've got this image right here. It is a flat image. And on the next page, I changed a bunch of things. Magic Layers allows you to separate the image into editable parts. Click on your image, click on Edit. Under Tools is Magic Layers. Click on that. This takes a little bit, but what it's doing is using AI to see what layers are in this specific graphic. So I suspect it's going to take out the text for me, some of the images, the elements, and things like that. This is what it looked like before, and this is what Magic Layers did. If I click on Position and then go to Layers, you will see that there are a bunch of layers here. A bunch of words, a bunch of elements, and things like that. If I click on any of these things, guess what? I can adjust them. Before we judge what Magic Layers did for us, let's take a look at Magic Grab. What Magic Grab does is allows you to choose one thing. For example, I chose this, and I can make adjustments here if I want it larger. Whatever I want to do, Magic Grab allows me to do that. Click on the image, click on Edit. There's a couple different ways, but I'm going to show you my preference. Use the select area where you can click something. I'm going to choose the van. The tools automatically pop up that will work with this, and Magic Grab is one of them. So we're going to click Magic Grab. It looks at it, and AI selects the van, and now we can make adjustments to that van in the picture. Ideally, Magic Layers would work perfectly every single time, and it would get the text right, it would get the sizing right, and it would do everything. But when you're using it in real life, that's not actually what happens. So let's judge what Magic Layers did to that infographic and make a few fixes. Magic Layers works really well to grab a lot of items that you want to change. But when you use it, it may not keep the integrity of what you've designed, so you may need to do a lot of adjustments. Here's that original image. If I click on this, my Canva logo has completely disappeared. Magic Layers lost the gradient and made it smaller. These icons look funny. These words changed significantly in terms of size. It did not do a fantastic job keeping everything intact. We can just make adjustments, but then we can click on the word magic and click on the text color. Use a gradient instead. There are a bunch of default gradients that you can try, or you can create your own. For the icons, what you can do is actually use Magic Grab to select those. So we would just click Edit. I'm going to use the click icon here and click on, I'm going to try to click on things, right? So I'm going to click on each one of these icons. And now I'm going to use Magic Grab for that. So you saw I was able to grab multiple things at one time. And now I can copy it and take it to this page. We're going to get rid of that and paste it right over. That looks better. But for all this, you can just make adjustments to the size. For this one, let's just get a different gradient. Oh, that's pretty. And then for this, I would just need to pull up an actual Canva logo. This is starting to look a little more like what I would want it to be. I know you're thinking, but if you had to make that many changes to it, why use it at all? Well, it is helpful, and let me tell you why. Magic layers allowed me to be able to get a lot of different things without having to grab each individual thing. So I didn't have to go in here and grab the word magic layers, or grab the word before with the button, or grab the word after with magic layers. If it's that great and I can use it that often, why wouldn't I just use it all of the time instead of magic grab? Well, it uses more of your AI credits. If you don't know what that is, I will leave some resources for you in the description box below. In a little bit, I'm going to show you real life examples of using magic layers versus magic grab and which ones I think are better for each thing. But first, what is magic grab really good at, and does it have any problems too? What I find it really helpful for is for selecting one thing. And, we'll use it on this as an example. And again, I'm going to use the click tool. Sometimes the click tool doesn't always do what you want. So I wanted this whole thing, but I needed to click it more than once. We're going to use magic grab, and I can make it a little bit bigger. But the problem here is it does something funny with the hands. What I would do if I'm trying to magic grab something like that, I will duplicate the image and then I will magic grab what I want. So click, magic grab, let's get this, and then we will grab it. And then I will remove the background, and that will tend to get it in the right spot. And I could make some slight adjustments to it, and that looks a little bit more natural. One question that I had was, how do I know which one to use? Do I want to use magic layers or magic grab? And I really love analogies, and so I was ruminating over this all night, like, what should the analogy be here? And I really think it comes down to like hair. Hear me out, right? So someone wants really curly hair. There are a bunch of different ways you can get curly hair. Some people just naturally have curly hair. Other people might use a flat iron to get the curly hair, or they might use a curling iron to get curly hair, or they might use heatless curls, sleep with it all night in braids or whatnot, and then wake up and you've got a little, it's probably more wavy, but you get the idea. I think that magic layers and magic grab sort of does the same thing. You can get all of the layers you need with magic grab, but magic layers is going to do it quicker. However, one will cost you more than the other. If I wanted to braid my hair overnight, that's sort of free. But if I want to use a flat iron or a curling iron, those things are going to cost me money. So that's sort of what it's like with magic layers versus magic grab, where magic layers costs a lot more AI credits than magic grab does. I tested these on a few different thumbnails, and the answers actually surprised me of which ones did better for each different thumbnail. Before, after. It actually did an okay job, except for the text is left aligned. So we're just going to fix that. And the size was wrong. Oh, it also looks like it gave it a text effect. What if I wanted to make this a little bit bigger? Now I could. New words. It really made a lot of layers, more layers than were in the original. This one actually did a better job than I thought it would. Oh, wait. You know what I just noticed? It made that an image, not a square. So when I go like this, it doesn't keep that rounded edge. It kept the integrity of the picture pretty much, except for the situation with the words, but that's an easy fix. That was Magic Layers. Next, we're going to look at the same image with Magic Grab. Instead of using click, I'm going to show you what it looks like if you go straight in with Magic Grab, which is you click see all here. And down here, select elements is Magic Grab. So now I can click this and I can click that. And of course, grab it. And then I can make it bigger. The problem there, though, is that it lands on top of the thing. In this particular case, I think that I would have preferred Magic Layers. I think it keeps the integrity of the shadows in place, where it did not do that for Magic Grab. So in this case, Magic Layers was the clear winner, even though I had to make adjustments to the words. Let's see what, because we're back at the single image, let's see what Magic Layers would do to this one. Okay, again, it gave it an effect. It did this, which is a photo. Okay, so it didn't layer out anything in the actual picture. It just gave me the words, which that could be beneficial if I just needed the words to come off of it and like change the words. So that could be beneficial there. It just depends on the use case, right? If I need to change just the words on the thumbnail, then using Magic Layers really worked because I was able to grab it and it sort of kept the idea intent. But when I did it in real life and I was working on this thumbnail for real, I used Magic Grab to remove part of his hand so that bad dirt would be sort of behind his hand. I used Magic Grab for that because Magic Layers would not separate it in the way that I wanted. So this next thumbnail that I'm looking at, I'm actually not going to look at Magic Grab at all because I don't think that there is a single image or a single thing in this thumbnail that it would grab easily, except for maybe the phone. But I just did not test it. It's a single image before, after. It got rid of the Canva logo. That's an easy thing for me to fix. Let's see, it did not give that an effect, but it did resize it. So I would just need to make a resize here. It mainly kept the phone intact. I'm putting them side by side. Oh, I see. It gave it a transparency through it. I'm curious as to what's happening here. Wait. It gave me embedded, but it also gave me not embedded. You can see that it looks very funny. I don't know that this image did a fantastic job on either one of them. You have to try it out on the different images that you want. And Magic Layers uses AI credits, where Magic Grab, I don't know that it uses credits at all. So I tend to go for Magic Grab, but there are times in which Magic Layers works really well. And this was one of them because it really kept the shadow of everything here intact and also allowed me to layer underneath things without having to use Magic Grab multiple times. But then the wording, and this was a photo instead of a document, but those are easy fixes. By the way, I put together a playlist for you of a bunch of different new Canva features. So check that out if you want to stay up to date with what Canva is providing. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.